not in the States anymore. I'm back in Germany, as you may know. I don't know why I have this on, but it was laying on my table, so I was like, oh, maybe it looks cool. So I have been an au pair for 20 months, and I used to live in 4 different families, and that's totally unusual. I just wanted to tell you something about this whole experience and why did I move so often. So my first family used to live in New Jersey, so it was a 20-minute ride with the bus to New York City, and it was a really nice area, but when you're leaving your home country for the first time and moving to a different country where you haven't been before, the language is different and the people are different and you just don't know anybody. And I was really afraid in the beginning to talk English with my host family. I was just afraid to say something wrong or to pronounce it not correctly. I was not feeling comfortable in this family. I just think the most important thing in the beginning is to have a good relationship with your host family, and you have to feel comfortable in this family because this is the only thing you have in the beginning. I went into rematch, and my second family used to live in Virginia. And I didn't know during this time that we're gonna be 2 au pairs in this family. I never heard about it before. I was worried about a lot of things. Maybe the kids like her more, or what happens if I can't get along with her. Fortunately, she was a really nice girl, and she still is. After a while, she left the family and there was a new au pair coming. I was getting along with her pretty well. It was nice to meet people from other countries, and at the same time you live with them together and have the same issues with the family, so that's cool. So we worked, like, I worked some days and she worked some days, and I know it sounds cool to have some days during the week off. It sounds better than it was, because even at our days off we had to help out sometimes. My host mom just got a new baby, so now there were 3 kids and a baby. It is just a pain in the ass if your host parents are at home and maybe watching TV with the kids, and you have to wait until they are done, and then you have to take the kids to bed and you have to prepare the milk and everything. Even if the parents were at home, you had to do all the stuff. So there was no day without an au pair. Every day was covered. They never took care of the kids by themselves. And even if you don't have to do anything, you just had to be there. I spent my time in this family until my year was over. I decided to extend for another year just to go to a different place, to go to a different family and to see how other families are. So when I Skyped with my 3rd host family from Chicago suburbs, my host mom said that I'm gonna be off when my host parents are at home. I was just so confused because I didn't experience this in my first year. But my host family said they only need me for 6 months, and if it's okay if I'm going after this time in a rematch, and they're gonna try to help me to find a good family after. In the beginning I didn't know what to do because I wanted to extend for a year, but you don't want to be in this rematch situation. But then I was just like, that's the perfect fit for me. So I just moved to the suburbs of Chicago. The family was just amazing, and I'm so thankful that I met them. Even if I didn't live in the city, I was super happy to be in a good family. So after those 6 months, I was looking for a new family, and I found a family in the neighborhoods of Chicago. So I was unbelievable excited. The first weeks were great, but yeah, after a while, all my happiness was gone because my host parents said that I have a curfew during the week and during the weekend. Don't get me wrong, during the week that's totally fine for me. So if I have to work the next day and I have to take care of the kids the next day, then it's totally fine for me to come home at a certain time. But during the weekend, if I don't have to work the next day, so I couldn't understand why I should be home at a certain time. So my curfew during the weekend was 12. So the first reason for this curfew during the weekend was that the dog will wake up when I'm coming home. Next reason was it's too dangerous in the neighborhood when I'm going out, and on my way back I'm just taking an Uber. The Uber's just parking in front of the door, so what should happen? I mean, it's dark at 10 p.m., at 12 a.m., at 2 or 4 a.m. Why is it just dangerous after 12 a.m.? Is it that you're walking on flowers before 12 a.m. and after 12 a.m. all the people are running with guns around and shooting you in your head? The last reason was that maybe the kids could hear me. Do you really think that I'm coming home in the morning and just screaming around and throwing up? That's not what I do usually when I'm coming home from a party or from friends or something. I just don't. So there was one time when my host family was out of town, and my host dad said that I have to be home at a certain time, even if they were not at home, because they're gonna check the cameras. Oh yeah, we had cameras inside the house, but not in my room, and outside the house. That was because of the safety, and that's totally fine. But if they tell me that they're gonna check if I'm home, then maybe they check everything what I'm doing. I wasn't feeling comfortable anymore. And every weekend when I was out and I just got a text, I knew all the time, okay, another argument is waiting for me. At the weekend, I didn't even want to come home anymore. I got tired of not feeling home. Halloween Monday, I talked to them. I told them that I want to leave, but I also said that I work for them until they have a new au pair. And then at the weekend after, on Sunday, I was trying to get ready because I wanted to meet a friend in the city, and I got a message on my phone. That was again, what did I do wrong? I came home at a certain time, so what's the deal again? In the message, my host dad said they have to talk to me and if I could come upstairs. So after a while, I came upstairs, and my host mom said, yeah, we found a new au pair and she's coming tomorrow. And I was just like, oh, that means I have to leave until tomorrow? Okay. Thanks. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. I was super pissed. I was just packing my stuff. My host mom came in and she said, yeah, do you need something? You tried to be super nice, but you just kicked me out. I mean, I just did them a favor, and they just couldn't tell me some days earlier than that I have to leave on Monday. They pretended to care about me, but you're not telling somebody who you care about that the person has to leave the house in less than 24 hours. I was texting my previous host mom from the suburbs. She just said that my previous host dad will pick me up the same evening, and I can stay at their place until I know when my flight is gonna be. Then in the evening, my previous host dad came and he picked me up with all my stuff. And yeah, so I stayed at my previous host family in the suburbs for one more week. So they gave me a car to get all the stuff done. Yeah, and it was nice to see my previous host kids again. So I'm back home now. And if you are a future au pair, I don't want to scare you, or I don't want to tell you anything bad about being an au pair. I just wanted to share my experience and to tell you that it's more important to find a great family instead of finding the perfect place. I would never say I regret anything because I had a great time. I met a lot of people from different countries and a lot of people from Germany as well. And I made new friends and really good friends. And so it's always a good idea to just step out of your comfort zone. So if you are in the States right now, I hope you have a good time, and if you're not, then have a good time in your country and have a good December and a good Christmas, and of course a good New Year's Eve. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and I hope you didn't fall asleep. And yeah, I hope I see you the next time. Bye.